Hey, literally stopped the last video and started this one. It might have been some time for you, but it's been no time for me. All right, so Road America in the AEM S2000. Just kidding, it's just a stock S2000 CR, well, not stock, but factory S2000 CR. It's not an AEM made one. So I said I was going to take the S2000 and tune it, make one, and I did. This is my tune, my upgrades, because it's faster than the 22B in B class. So I wanted to be in B class with a competitive car, and I sure am. Something I noticed though is this pink S2000 is faster than me. I was like, huh, interesting. So I'm competitive with the S2000, but not, I don't know, how do I say this? Not a first place easily kind of car, which is fun because now I'm just competitive for like the podium, like easily, versus a 22B where I'd be competitive for like 5th or 6th place. I really like this track a lot. It was actually the track I tuned this S2000 on to feel the grip and everything so much. But it was really weird racing this coming from all the other cars that I've done instead of I was so consistent with B class before. So in front of us, pretty sure. What cars are those? Oh, let's do telemetry. So this guy, what is that? Is that a Fiat? Oh yeah, look at that. So 4 wide. Oh yeah. I don't know how we didn't die here, but it's so good. We all go through the high-speed corner together. He lets off the tap. Thank you for that. This dude is slow on the pace because of the way he took the corner. Yep. That sign slows him down. That ½ mile an hour. And this dude just absolutely fucking sends it up the brake zone. Like an asshole, honestly. But whatever. It's Forza, I guess, right? So he's been doing this the whole time. He's just driving this, whatever it fucking is. I don't know why that guy was sitting there. But he slides all over the place. He runs people wide. S2000 teammates. I brake late and then didn't have the rear traction. Lose the position to this pink special S2000. And it's special because his tune, I had downloaded it and I loaded it and it wouldn't let me install it. So let's think about this. His tune with his parts, the B class restrictions would not let me load it. I load his tune outside of the race. This is actually my last race with these guys. Remember, we're going back in time. I loaded his tune outside the race and then from my menus, and it says it's an A605 for performance index. It's a 605 and not a 600. But then, visually, for some fucking reason, the tune does say B600. And sure as shit, you can load the tune to the car outside of the race, and then he stuffs it thanks to this fucking car pushing him wide. So S2000 brothers here, I've got revenge on the mind, right? But yeah, that pink S2000 is racing with a tune that sometimes says 605, and that you can't load in the race in between races, but you can go to the menu and load it, where there's no restrictions, but it'll still let you take it into the B class race. So I'm gonna check that out in a couple races later. Yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna outbreak you. I don't need to touch you to pass you. You're dirty. You're so dirty, and you suck. And why am I so angry today? Maybe it's because I ran and mowed the lawn and did manly things. I don't know. Steady state cornering here, looking for the apex, and unwind the wheel, lay down some power. Keep on pushing it. Need to get off the gas for that just a hair. Keep the nose planted instead of trying to understeer outside off the curb. Alright, so brake there, went a little slow. Not racing to 10/10ths right now, but that's fine. I am excited. Excuse me. I am excited that all these people are packed together. Racing stewards have yet to check on that stopped S2000. I'm upset that medical hasn't come out to make sure he's okay. Look, there's the medical truck too. I'm just sitting there. Yep, so lost like 2/10ths on that corner. So at this point, I think first place is not a reality for me, but losing second is if I mess up. So I just want to make sure I'm consistent and not fucking up. This is a normal B-class hopper, so the race should be like 4 laps or something like that. There it is. Second place. Competitive S2000. I'm Rock. So I recorded this. I'm not happy about it. Remember how I was saying I tune the cars for the tracks? This car is not tuned for any individual tracks. It is a single baseline fast tune. However, this track favors cars with handling. So I tried to adjust the aero and realized the maximum poundage I can put on the front is 100 pounds, which ain't shit. So because I can only put 100 pounds of aero in the front, to keep the balance of the car correct means I probably only have like 140 pounds in the back. So really the aerodynamic grip that I want out of the car is leaving room for things to be desired. But overall, the course is pretty fun even still. Coming up to a sharp right hairpin uphill. It's actually pretty fun because you can let off the brake and get the car pointed correctly and then right back on the gas. So I'd say not a hard corner, but one to easily go accidentally too slow. Crush that right-hand sweeper. And now this corner is actually super fucking difficult. You turn in too much, you hit the curb, and it's just weird. You go too fast through it, you'll understeer, miss the apex, and end up on the outside of the corner. I don't know. I have a hard time with that fucking corner. So this corner, trying to maximize this apex, so I can get this a little straight. And then right here, you want to delay your turn in. But it leaves the door open for this fast motherfucking Civic. I had no idea where he came from. Didn't know he was even within passing distance for me. So hey, whatever, man. You go, Civic. So I got a good run up the hill. It might be because I have a bigger engine than a 1.8 liter. But it's okay. He's just gonna keep sailing through all these corners. God, I hate that corner so much. S2000. Passing me on the brake zone. But I got your back. And now we're just toe-to-toe. So they brake late through that and take a bad line, which gives them a poor exit, but I guess it's the difference between exit speed and leaving space for people to pass you. Because then he just outpowers me down the straight anyway, so maybe I'm pretty sure my line is bad. I need to practice more. Hey, that sucks, fellas. Okay. So this pink S2000 mystery, I don't know what to say about it other than that the next video you see, one of the upcoming videos is on Suzuka. This car is 2 seconds faster than I was. So I'm wondering what I could have done with it here, but it makes me question a lot of other cars and stuff too, right? Because it's like, if it really is a 605 car, he's just faster. Alright, so this guy is now just sliding around in the way. I don't know why he came across, so yeah, fuck him. And then I'm watching this and completely forget to turn. But whatever, I didn't want to be next to that car anyway. And then I follow the S2000 through. He's pushing me right here because he wants to avoid the grass, and I get that, but I don't think so. So I hit him, make him lose control a little bit because he turned into me. This S2000 just absolutely gets sent to oblivion. So if you can watch him from here, right? He hits the apex and then he just stops turning for some reason. So let's see, 3 cars ahead of me. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Yeah, he just decided to not turn, I guess. Then he found the tires. Well, that's a bummer. Yep, see what I mean? I was turning too tight. I was aiming for the grass, so I had to back off the throttle, completely unsettled the car. And then here comes the Lotus. Hey mister, you're racing with your top off. I don't know if that's allowed per regulation. I'm gonna need you to pull over and yield the position. Yep, so getting out-handled here because they're able to maintain speed around corners. But I've never actually practiced this course either. Yes! Oh god, that makes me so happy. What happened? Tell me you just fucked yourself up. Oh yeah, the bump completely made it so he couldn't steer anymore. Yeah, you fucked up. God. Justice Boner. So good. Alright, so I know there's no reason to push right now. I really just want to focus on knowing how to take this corner right. But again, just not happy with it. So let's see if I can catch this Lotus. Since he's, you know, fucking up. Hey, where'd the telemetry go? Let's put on the tire circles for a little bit, and you can watch that I am at the maximum level of grip, right? So the way you read this is it has a peak grip percentage to show you what the tire is capable of handling. The circle is just a visual representation of that, and then the line in between shows you which direction the force of the tire is trying to maintain, which is why the front tires are like left and right. Okay, so that's not so bad. And when the circle goes orange, you're exceeding peak grip and sliding a little bit. So that's really all this is used for. Hey, final lap. He decides to, you know, roll his car with no roof on. Good for you, man. So yeah, 6th place finish on Lime Rock. Completely outhandled. And a similar story from Maple Valley. I'm not even gonna waste your time with this because oh no, yeah, let's do it because there is some good racing. There absolutely is some good racing here. So Maple Valley loads up, and I am like, oh fuck, how do I make my car handle better? Let's check out the tunes. And this is the race where I found that I couldn't load the pink S2000's tune. Oh yeah, look at all that. And their replay cameras are not so good. See what we can get are close. That just makes me sick. This, I can't really see much anyway. Give me a rear view, come on. That's kind of neat. Except you can only cycle in one direction. So if I wanted to switch to the other side of the car, I couldn't. Same story here. Alright, back to game cameras before I throw up. Alright, thank you Lotus for hitting shit. So yeah, you didn't see much of the first lap because I was playing with the cameras, but nothing really happened, you know? The start of the race took off, people single file bounced around. So yep, I just let him go because I know he's going to out. There's no point in fighting him, right? Because then we're going to lose total race time, and that'll just put me farther away from everyone else. So managing the oversteer, running in here, trying to start the gas and unwind the wheel because the camber of the track is extremely useful. He goes into the pits because I guess he busted something. And then the Mini Cooper for the Queen. Let's go. Right in front of me. So they brake a whole bunch later than me, and I just saw that, so I'm going to try that on my next lap. Next corner, I want to sneak over to the right a little more than I have been. There you go, white line. Little dab of brake to keep the car composed because I'm not sure how fast I could have taken that. And it lets the S2000 catch up to me. That's fine, because now I'm going to brake in essentially what's the middle of the track. But he wants to hit me, and I'm trying to give that red S2000 his room. Because if I had to hit it, that S2000, I would have spun him, but... Yep, so S2000 trio, let's go. So I'm out cornering him on the outside. Just a little bit. You can hear the throttle management all through that. And I know I spoke in the middle of that, but let's listen to the glory. Maybe I didn't go back far enough. Whatever. The triple threat S2000 race, yeah, I didn't know what to do there, so I just kept hard power, and he decides he just needs to, you know, take a shit real quick. Which is a good move, right? Because when you're pushing that hard and you're fucking up, and you're fucking everyone else's race up, it's time to back out. This dude's still in the pits. I want to say the pit stop is like 30 seconds or so, but the laps are 45. Maybe he quit and he pulled in there? I don't know. Tires are warmed up now. Maple Valley looking so spiffy. Yep. Still taking a dump. Airplanes flying around Maple Valley for some effect. So I tried to brake later, and oh, that was good. Worked out a little bit. Definitely put some distance on that red S2000, which is good. But I'm not really catching the car in front of me that I can tell. Look, a little too tight. Wish I had both tires on the asphalt instead of one in the dirt. Would have had more traction as I try to power out of that corner. I'm in 5th. Brake way too late because I'm still trying to push. Let's see what's up with first place here. Oh look, that mystical tune that I cannot load because it isn't allowed in B class. I'm not saying you're cheating, but you're about as fishy as a can of tuna. So nothing to even, yeah, No racing here. No action to watch, you know? Everyone's spaced out so far. Pretty sure this FRS catches me too, because I fuck up. Wide body. Forza Edition FRS. Yep, outcorners me, as I hope you would, because you have, 6 inches of extra tire on each side. Yeah, so he passes me and I'm pushing, because what I did here, let's go back, and this will be the last thing I show you for this race. So what I did here, don't look, look away, avert your eyes. Okay, look now. So he comes around me, right? And I'm like, alright, cool, let's see if I can follow him, and I understeer while he maintains grip. So maybe a different throttle position there, but I thought he was pulling away from me, so I was still on the power. And then I come around the next couple corners to a 6th place finish. But this tune, though. So this was the one where I was like, oh, that pink S2000 has a handling tune. The pink S2000's tune can't be loaded in between races. The game tells me it's not allowed in B class. Weird. So weird. I'm racing with my own tune again on Suzuka. I know in one of my earlier videos I mentioned I hadn't raced on Scuba Circuit yet, and like all these other circuits I haven't even touched. Well, I found out Scuba's not even Tsukuba. Yeah, there we go. Is not even in the fucking game anymore, which is bullshit. All right, we're gonna start over from the very beginning. This is pretty sweet. I get a really good launch, especially over the front-wheel drive car, and also overtake the BRZ. And in front of me is a glorious 1991 300ZX. And let's see if the paint scheme is from the 300ZX Group B racing days, when it was actually a race car. So the Z and the R32 GTR were in professional motorsports in the early 90s. So he's still around, still alive, still on my tail. And he's got the power over my 4-cylinder, as you would imagine a twin-turbo V6. If I brake late, fuck that corner up. He's trying for the cutback, but I still am able to maintain the outside, and that's great, because here comes a right-hander where you are in a bad position, Mr. Z. Come on, 605. Shady fucking tune, pink S2000. Let's see what you got. Let's see if you can maximize those 5 extra fucking points. Looking at my apex, and I fucked that up. So I wanted to unwind the wheel slowly, but the controller, as I'm unwinding the joystick, right, I'm steering with the joystick less and less. It skipped. It was like sensitive, not sensitive, not sensitive, sensitive, and then it just felt really weird. Outhandle the Z on that corner just a little bit and outbrake him, and it's probably because my car is probably 600 pounds lighter. So my focus at this point is, second place is no different than third place in my mind. I want to catch the fucking S2000. And I've got no one behind me to worry about right now. So Mr. Z, I wish I could signal to you. Go fast. I will not try and pass you. Let's fucking go. But there's this issue where he is just a little slower than I want him to be in corners. And S2000 pink is quite quick. We know it from other races. I'm starting to think my race is probably with the Z, more than I want it to be. Yeah, just the difference in acceleration out of that corner. He gets, another 3 or 4 miles per hour quicker than me. 3 or 4 miles an hour on me quicker, which leads to a greater translation in speed down the straight. Hey, and I decide to brake late and follow him exactly. And that lets the cars behind catch up. That fucking Alpha, Fiat, whatever it is in the tan, has been quick all of these races too. It won the first race I showed you with the S2000 in the last video. Oh no, it was this video. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna catch me. In the first gear. Nope. Use second for it, that's fine. I think I used first for a couple times though. So he's sliding, and I look at the distance just come down, right? And apples and oranges, he pulls away. Maybe I should build a B-Class 300ZX, put a racing livery on it. Oh yeah. Go for that sense of speed. In-car camera. Oh, why is it making transmission noises? My transmission has no damage. I'm shifting just fine. Oh yeah, the cornering's so intense. God. In real life, if this were real life, and I was battling like this, one, my heart would not go below 100 beats per minute if I were even in Japan, in Suzuka, let alone racing on it. And then using an S2000 AEM branded to race the 90s race version of a 300ZX, I'm pretty sure I'd just be blowing load after load. God, looks so good. He's so unruly. Let's fucking go. Because these people in my rearview mirror right here are getting a little closer. But I don't quite have the grip to get up next to him. Oh god. And he's still just able to drive away. Farewell. Drag race down the straight for my 3rd place finish. So that's all I got for this round of videos. I'm going to probably make 1 or 2 more with the S2000 and that mystery tune, just to see how they compare, because my lap times on Suzuka for this race, same as the 300ZX, were 1 minute 31 seconds. I loaded the tune for that pink S2000, and I pulled a 129 on my 2nd lap. So 2 seconds faster, no problem. But yeah, and then also upcoming, I've been trying to get some competitive videos inside the league. You've seen the muscle car. The NASCAR one was over. I didn't have any that were like exciting enough to record. What car is this? I'll have to verify this one, but I'm pretty sure none of these that I've done have been like worthy of a replay. So, see you guys next time.